Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm finally be doing some of my replay videos. Recently I've been playing regular Watts in real life, courtesy of one of my awesome, most special people in the world. He got me my playset of giraffes, and so I finally get to play Watts in real life. But sadly I do not own the other stuff I play, which is artifacts. So I play Wattifacts, as I like to call them, or Wattfacts, or whatever you want to say. So I'm just going to throw in a few replays of Watts and a few plays of Wattfacts, and just, you know, show you how everything is and how everything is going with this deck. Sorry I haven't really been uploading a lot. A lot of things have been going on in my life. A lot of new people have been coming in and out, so I've been dealing with, you know, just the normal college kid junk. So as you see, I have Messenger of Peace, Seahorse, Sanctum, Mahunder, and Beagletech. Now for the Watts, I play 2 Sanctum, 2 Ignition, 3 Moraltech, and 1 Beagletech. But I do tend to side out of the artifacts if I think that's necessary, or I just don't, maybe in case my opponent didn't see them. So yeah. So, you know, Messenger of Peace, I only play 2 because I do like to go turn 1, start a spark with Vylon Prism, I believe it is, attached to it, so that's a 3500 beater right there. But yeah. And of course, Seahorse into Seahorse is like the best search you could possibly do. So Seahorse, my second Seahorse is usually into Watt Giraffe or Cobra, depending on which one I already have in hand, because obviously I play 3 of each. And then I play 3 Pahunder, 2 Mahunder, and I tech the 1 Sishunder, just so I can get that that Seahorse or whatever I need back to hand. And I do play 2 batteries and 1 beckoning light. So yeah, if you guys want a deck profile, I can definitely do one once the tweaking of it is complete. It's just getting all this the level 8 synchros that I want to play together, because some of them I don't own, some of them I'm not sure if I want to keep, or anything like that. But I definitely go into double cowboy a lot in this deck. You probably won't see it a lot here on the replays because I didn't have it in at the time, but I usually need it when I realize that I do. But as you can see, I usually go Mahunder to Pahunder, Pahunder into whatever I need, and I just keep going. And I love Watt Draft because a lot of people do not pay attention to his effects. Even if you do Valor or Breakthrough Skill, I can still attack directly. His effect just does not go through, which is the effects of Spell Trap or monster cards cannot be activated until the end phase of the turn. So that is pretty awesome. And as you can tell, I can usually set up pretty fast. The only problem is with Seahorse, you can't special summon when you use him, but that's okay. That's why you play the 2 Threat Roars, and then of course 2 Messenger of Peace, and of course Beagletechs and Sanctums and all that jazz. So Sanctum, effect, Moraltech, and then of course Moraltech's effect, pop, you know. Of course, he soul charges, that's fine. That puts him down to 700 life points, which honestly I do not think is smart, because that puts you into cowboy danger zone. So whatever he tried to use his effect, so I negated it, and he scooped because he got pissed off. So let's go against this evil person. I have seen a comeback with evils. I know Desmond here on YouTube has been playing evil facts. That's fine, whatever. I personally just don't care for the deck. I used to love evils, as you guys know, but I don't know. I feel like everybody's splashing facts, and I know me saying that, splashing artifacts, I just feel like it works really well with this deck. It has more synergy than with evils, I personally think. But both decks are very competitive, and evils are going to be seeing a comeback just because of the new Shadals and Yangzing monsters that have been released in the Duelist Alliance. So yeah, gotta hit them with that draft for 1200 so they can't do shit till the end. And, you know, gotta play that one honest, because why not play in a deck full of lights, right? And a lot of people are concerned if I play Wattbacks because they are all light. That's fine because I can still use their direct attack. Because it doesn't say monster, it says this card, and light imprisoned mirror says monsters. So I can still attack with them directly, but I cannot use their effects. That's the only downside, but that's okay. It's not like a huge one for me personally. I usually just work around it. Or I play like, what is it? I side Rivalry of Warlords. That's a really good side. You know, sometimes I like to do Goes a Match just to really throw people off because I can just sit on my Thunders for all I want because I do have Thunder Synchros. Or I can just sit on Fairies because I do exceed into Fairies as well. So he goes for Westlow, and I go Sanctum, which I probably, in all honesty, should not have done that early. I should have waited, but that's okay. My bad. But then he activates, and then Moral Tech activates, and then he targeted another Moral Tech, so that's fine. So Moral Tech targets that, and then this targets that, and Moral Tech comes out, and Moral Tech's effect activates, and he pops the Diplo, Chelsea. And then of course, if I would have known he had a set Singularity, I probably wouldn't have done that, but I did not know, so that's okay. You just gotta bait him out, pretty much, with Evils. So I just hit Threat Roar anyway, just because I do not want him attacking and doing things like that. Logi is really easy to bait with this deck, so I'm pretty fine with it, and then he just scooped after that. Sorry my voice is weaving in and out. I haven't been feeling that great lately. Here's Watts versus Battling Boxers. And there's my face on my cards. Woo! Okay, that swap. There we go. Okay, so we got my Ignition, we got my Sanctum, we got my Veiler, my Cobra, and my Honest. So Battling Boxers, I did not even think were a thing anymore. I was just like, whatever. So I Veilered him so he can use his effect to send one Boxer from the deck to the grave, because I know he has the, I think it's like Counter Punch or whatever it is. I don't know. You can tell how much I care about Battling Boxers. So I also play 2 Fiendish, just because I did not play Breakthrough Skill because I played the 2 Veilers. So what does he have? Okay, he has Bottomless set. So attack for 1,000. Cobra searches Giraffe most of the time, unless I already have 2 Giraffes in hand. Then I usually search a Cobra. It just all depends on if I use Seahorse, if I have a Seahorse in hand, or what I've already searched with Seahorse. So he draws his things. I didn't feel like his Battling Boxers were that great, because I can just boop. You know, I just booped him, and then he can't do shit. So I remember everybody always saying, oh, you can't do anything to the lead yoke, you can only compulse him, and all that shit. No, just, it can't be destroyed. So what does my deck do? It directly attacks. It doesn't even come close to actually attacking monsters unless I've already brought out Spark on the first turn. I just go, okay, protect the Spark Dragon, or whatever I want to do. So, you know, attack for my 1,000, Cobra searches my 3rd drafts just so I get out of the way. Like I said, it's just all situational depending on what I have in deck and hand. So, I'm sitting on these Sanctums and Ignition, so that's cool. And there's that counterpunch thing. So he goes Glassjaw, and I go no. Molotech's effect, and I pop it, and he did not bottomless me. Honestly, I would have bottomless it if I was him, but it's whatever. He doesn't know I have that Ignition. That's cool. That's cool. why my system is being so slow today, but I'm really sorry about that, guys. And so, of course, I attack. You always want to attack first with draft because of his effect. So then 1,000. And then because I have Monotech and I have Honest in hand, and he only has 22, he's going to take that 21, I believe. Yeah. And then Honest takes 21, main 2, and game with Cowboy. So this is usually like a 6-turn deck, if that. Sometimes it goes longer depending on what I'm playing against. But I really enjoy this deck, and I thought of it on a whim. Not the Watt part, but the just tossing artifacts I thought on a whim, because I was just talking to certain people, and you know, when you have that significant other who's like, no, don't play this, or you have like one of your friends who are like, play this but don't play that, or whatever, and they start filling your mind with just dirty ass plays with certain cards. You're just like, oh, I have to do it. Just like with a lot of people I know are building Stella Knights now, or Teleknights, or whatever the hell Knights you want to call them. Teleknights are dirty shit. They are some dirty, dirty shit. And I do not like dirty shit like that. Like, it's too dirty for me. So, okay, we're playing against Dark Poop. So he poops the shit, and I just sanked him that. I just don't like Dark World. I never have, and I never will. I think the most hated deck I have besides playing against Dark Worlds is my friend Kevin's agents. I cannot stand playing against agents. Honestly, I can't, like, I love the kid to death. He's one of my really good friends, but I cannot stand playing against any of his decks because they always have the perfect counter to mine, and it's just a pain, you know. You want to play for fun with your friends, but at the same time, when you're all these competitive people, it's really hard to do because you just can't do shit. And of course I go into Dweller because obviously there are things activated in the grave sometimes, and I just don't want them to do grave things. So I change to the draw, and I pretty much am like, no, you can't do anything in the grave this turn, but whatever you want to do. And they go tour guide into Brow, and you know, the normal Brow shit. And Chronomaly, Crystal Alien, which I was like, I have no clue what the hell that is. Oh, destroy my battle card effects. Okay, whatever. That's fine. So they torrential. That's cute. Whatever. We're all out of fucking cards, but I have recycling batteries in hand, so yeah. As you can see, I'm pretty good. And then I just draw my fucking ignition, so it's pretty badass, I have to say. So I pull out the Pahunder and the Watt Draft. Now, a lot of people think it's, a lot of people say it like Pahunder, or like something very, very redneck up here, but yeah. So I ignition his skill drain, so I let him pay his 1,000. He compulses. That's fine. Whatever. So ignition activates, and then I set my Moral Tech. But yeah, I say Pahunder because it sounds more, the enunciation sounds correct. It's a Pahunder, or like some weird H sound that people make that I just don't do. But yeah, so he scooped because he drew both his gates. And then here's versus in Perfidy Fernities, which apparently won Worlds, yeah, whatever. Okay, I really don't think Infernities are that great, but that's just me. I don't know. I've been playing with the idea of different style decks. Obviously, I built Watt backs. I'm thinking about Volcanic Hands or something like that, because one of my really good friends, he built Volcanic Hands, and it's not really, I wouldn't say, I don't want to like bash on him because I know he went to top 4 at Alien Jinx, but Volcanic Hands is not something I would consider very competitive. I mean, it's a fun deck. I personally think I just like troll decks as much as I do. I mean, obviously, I've played Pac-Man, I've played this, I've played Zombie Injectors. I mean, I like Troll decks, but it doesn't seem like Volcanic Hands would really be that great. But for some reason, you know, he did well for once. And yeah, so Volcanic Hands is something I've been playing around with. I might do a deck profile of his or my version of it very soon, because he's like me, he has the weirdest techs. But yeah, so let's just go into my Watt Draft as usual. His effect activates, and then 1000, and then what does he have set? Oh, okay, he has that set. So I just main 2 just to be on the safer side. Actually, no, I don't, apparently. Oh yeah, and then 13 with that. So as you can tell, I get pretty far into people's life points very early, since this is only turn 3. Even without my draw, which I do miss. I do miss the draw phase on turn 1, but that's okay, because setup is still better than not having setup. So he goes leg spreader zombie, as I like to call him, and then he soul charges, which is whatever. He can soul charge all he wants. And I have a set Void Trapple, because I still play my Trap Tricks Hole cards. I love my Nightmare. I've been playing Nightmare for a while. But yeah, Void Trapple is still really good, and he wiretaps it, which is fine by me. That's not a huge deal. I still have Double Draft and a Seahorse in hand. So, cool. And of course, because his is when it's attacked, I don't attack. So, rock on for me, right? And then Pahunder's effect. Now, most people don't realize that Pahunder's effect is once per turn, and it's not when he's normal summoned, unlike Sishunder, which has to be normal summoned only for her effect to activate. So, yeah. So we just go into this, and then I search with my Cobra, and then 1200 with Watt Draft, and then main 2, and 800 Cowboy game, I believe. Yep. See? So this took 5 turns instead of the normal 6. But as you see, I can keep it very close to the beginning of the game, so I can go into game 2 and 3 and just whoop some more butt. But yeah, so let's go into one more. If I have... Okay, here's Ojama. Ojama Poop, as I like to call it. I don't get the appeal of Ojamas, but that's just me. Whatever. It's all about what you like to play, right? So I would consider this hand a poor opening hand. And it's not because I don't have any spells, or I don't have any traps in my hand. It's just because I want more search. Because I don't play duality. I just play the seahorses now because I put in the artifact stuff. But as I told you guys, turn 1, I can put out, start a Spark Dragon and attach my Prism. So pay 500 to attach it for 1,000 more attack. That's pretty damn awesome. So that is a thing. And look, there I get my search. I always have Seahorse in hand. I don't know how I always get it in hand, but somehow I always get it. And so I just go normal Watt Draft. Let's see, he has MST and Trap Tricks Nightmare set, which is okay. I mean, I've always personally been playing this since before it became like really like profound and $30 card at one point, but it's whatever. It's whatever floats people's boats. I personally think it's a good tech at 2. Well, I wouldn't consider it tech 2, but for me, I always play 2 if I can because it is my trap of preference, especially with all the effects these formats. So he MSTs it, and I don't protect it because I don't know what his set is, so whatever. It's all good. It's not a huge deal because I do have batteries in hand, so I can just make another, I can make like Stardust and protect it, or this guy, I thought it was funny because he thought I teched RDA. If you guys don't remember what RDA is, it's Red Dragon Archfiend. And no, I do not tech it, I do main it because Shadals do set their floaters. So I definitely want that because if I use his effect first and then I attack, the Shadals cannot use their effect because it's till the end of the turn. So that's how I get around it. So his effect activates, and then RDA's effect activates when I attack, and then I attack for 2,500. would be a lot better if I had 2 persons right now, because it would be 35 and 22. But that's just what it is. And he thought it was a tech, and he was messaging me down here. Goes, oh, that's such a funny tech, and I go, it's not a tech, dumbass, pretty much. But if you guys have any suggestions for level 8 synchros, that'd be really awesome. Right now I just play the Stardust Spark, the RDA, the Thought Ruler. What other one do I play? I've been hopping in between Colossal Fighter and one of the level 8 synchros from not Return of the Duelist, Duelist Genesis. That's what it is. But yeah, so he scooped pretty much after that. And so I'm just going to leave you guys with those for right now, because I have tons more and I'm not sure which ones I want to show or not. But yeah, so everybody rate, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff, and hopefully I can post another video soon, or a deck profile of my watts, and probably a deck profile of the volcanic cans if you guys want to see that as well. So just message me what you guys want to see, or leave a comment down below, and I will hopefully post another video soon, maybe some openings. I did go to the sneak peek for Duelist Alliance, and I'm sorry I could not post that. None of my friends or my boyfriend wanted to hold a camera while I opened my packs, so that was my sad day for that. But yeah, peace.